The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the Morning Crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. It is 6:04. It's 46 degrees outside. Brian and Kenzie, Q101. And we're glad you're here after the weekend. I haven't talked to you in so long. It feels like forever. We missed you. Did you miss everybody, Kenzie?
Oh, I missed coming into work so bad.
I know.
I missed it.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. How far along in the pregnancy are you right now? What is...
I am 25 weeks today.
25 weeks. How is that, 5 months? Is that 6 months?
6 months, technically.
6 months, yeah.
So, not that long to go because you're almost at the end of October.
Yeah.
And my due date's really early February. So, it's
Okay.
not like all of February. My due date's February 5th.
Yeah, before Super Bowl weekend.
Hello. I'm going to dress them like a football.
Yeah, that's right. I just wanted to do a little check-in there.
Thank you. The baby's the size of a cauliflower today. Like a head of cauliflower.
Oh, I thought like one little cauliflower.
No.
Like one thing.
No, look at me. Do I look like that's the size? Look at me.
Wait, does cauliflower not come in little things? Is it a big thing?
It's a big, like a whole head of, like a head of broccoli, like a head of cauliflower with the leaves around it.
Well, I just buy it in
Do
bags.
you ever see it not frozen?
I don't think I have.
Good Lord.
Hey, have you ever seen cauliflower not frozen out of the bag, already cut?
I've never seen a vegetable not frozen.
God dang. Wait, so they grow like in this big thing?
I didn't know this was going to be a vegetable lesson. I thought this would be a good visual for you.
Yeah.
Wait, where do they grow on the ground or on?
Yeah, they grow up out of the ground. Like
Cauliflower
out of the ground,
does?
like a cabbage out of the ground.
You would think they would come out of trees.
Because they're actually surrounded almost by like leafy like lettuce leaves.
Huh. So it's like a flower. Cauliflower is kind of like a...
Holy crap.
Is everybody else blown away by this?
No.
I thought they were little things.
Broccoli.
Brian,
What?
I had never thought about that either.
You
Thank
thought they
you.
individually grew out like tiny, like you pluck them
Kinda.
like berries?
Is there a cauliflower tree somewhere?
No, there's not. But yeah,
Wow.
they grow up out of the ground. They're like cabbage, very similar. You know how cabbage grows? You don't know that one either, do you? Not helpful.
Oh, like cabbage. That
Yeah.
explains it.
Where's pizza come from?
Oh, boy.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, we will get to a fact that makes your brain go very soon here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Kenzie made a point to say her baby is now the size of a cauliflower. I just thought of the...
Like a head of cauliflower.
Yeah, I just thought of the stalk, the little things you eat when you take the bag.
Like a floret after you cut it.
It's called a floret.
A floret.
So you put that out of the bag and you nuke it up, and that's what a cauliflower is. I
Good
said,
Lord.
so I thought...
Vegetables don't come just in bags. Like, that's not how they come out, like, packaged.
I might as well do a fact. I mean, that blew my mind this morning.
Oh, boy.
But Ahmad checked in and said he read that 40% of U.S. teenagers believe hot dogs are plants, that they come from the ground.
Shut the hell up. I wish, because the things that are in hot dogs, it would probably be good for us.
No,
That's
no.
actually where they came from, but it's not.
I'll take the plant-based hot dog, please.
Well, they have those.
Yeah. They do?
Well, yeah.
Wait, they have a
Right.
hot dog made from a plant?
Oh, my God, Brian, that would be like a vegan, like a Beyond Meat
Ugh.
is a plant-based.
I mean, I didn't mean to go, ugh. I mean, I don't want to offend the vegans and vegetarians out there.
What do you mean they have plant-based? I can't do this.
Yeah, let them have that, Brian.
Well, they can do what they want.
You got annoyed when somebody told you that your car has vegan leather.
Unbelievable. It's not my car. I have the cloth seats. I have the performance seats, they call them.
The performance.
What does that
What do
mean?
you
What do they perform?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Well, I mean, they're cloth.
Leave Megan alone. Don't perform in your car.
I don't
Hey.
think there's a lot of perform. I don't think what Brian does falls under a category of performing.
I beg to differ.
It's like an opening act.
I actually don't beg to differ. I forget I said that. It's Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Before we get to the fact that makes your brain just blow it up, it's Q101, and we're just talking about how my Nissan Rogue, my 2019 Nissan Rogue, does not have leather seats. It has performance seats, they call it. Kenzie made a joke about me not performing in that car with Megan sometimes. Maybe wear a little action in the car.
Is that what I said?
It's kind of what you said.
Case was like, oh, why do you need that one? And I'm like, I don't think he does. That's all I was saying.
Implying that I don't need performance seats in the car for any kind of performance I may deliver in the car.
I don't think that what you do is probably super performance-y. That's what I'm saying.
708 checked
More like
in.
a skit.
There's people just piling on now. 708 says, thanks, Brian. Just got the image of you naked in your car, and you have like a 9-year-old man body. And
What?
now I have to go see my therapist.
A 9-year-old?
What does that mean? You have like a 9-year-old man body.
Maybe just like no tone or definition.
I can see you being built frail and sort of weak. I think that's what he means by that.
Listen, I used to lift weights and do
You used
push-ups
to-
every
you
day.
used to do a lot of things.
Yeah. Look at these guns. I mean, this is no accident. You know what I mean? It's that tricep.
Hey,
See
yeah.
that tricep?
Hey, I need a license to carry those things, bad boy.
You're just showing your arm. Like nothing's even flexing.
My arm, yeah.
I have 2 of those also.
You have a tricep?
Look at that.
Do you have a tricep there? See
Everyone
that?
has it.
There's-
It just may not be built.
Look at the definition.
What definition?
See, that's-
You're just touching it a lot, so it's turning red.
It's kind of scratching now.
Oh my God.
Coming up, the fact, here's what I want to ask you guys is, what do you splurge on no matter what? Especially going on today. Like, is there something that you splurge on? You say, you know what, I'm getting this no matter what it costs, each week, whatever. Something you splurge on. And that relates to the fact that makes your brain go. Coming up here at 6:30.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, time for a fact that makes your brain just go with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And this one I don't think is so shocking, but when you read it out loud in the way the survey went from Credit Karma, it is that fun has gotten finally too expensive. Now, what they mean is since everything has gone up, like concerts, sporting events, streaming, new releases even at movie theaters, there's just no way to go out cheap anymore at all. Now, you can have fun at home, but you can't, go out and just take, hey, we're going to go out today. We're just going to, the whole family, we're going to get in here and get in the car and go. And that can cost now a couple $100s. No matter what, you go out the door.
Oh, yeah.
It's a couple $100 just going out the door. That's not possible. It's not sustainable for most people out there.
It's so expensive to do anything.
Yeah, no-
Anything.
They talk to all age ranges, the people that, go on Credit Karma. And Gen Zers, they say, are actually opening credit cards because of FOMO, because of social media, to get out there and do things. So they're going in debt just to do fun things. Again, that's not shocking news. People have been doing that forever. But now it's worse than ever of just trying to go out and, just have a meal and see some music or see a movie or watch a game.
Simple things. You're not like, Bora Bora's really gotten overpriced. Like, we're
Yeah.
talking about the simple thing.
I mean, for example, me and Megan are thinking about over Thanksgiving going to the Monday Night Football game in Kansas City for the Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs. She's an Eagles fan, grew up in Philadelphia, hasn't seen a game since a couple of years now live because of the pregnancy and all that. So let's go there. We can get maybe some flights. I can even drive if I have to. And this is a little bit of a Taylor Swift factor, but tickets are like $1,800 for a football game. So,
Wow.
I mean, what am I going to do? We can't do that. So,
Tailgate, baby.
I mean, wait till the first quarter's over. Just go tailgate like you just said, and then maybe pick up tickets cheap, maybe out front. But that doesn't happen anymore because with digital tickets, it's not like you can find a scalper out there with hard paper tickets anywhere going like, yo, man, I'll give you this, negotiate like the old days. It's all done now. I mean, I don't know.
The wire transfer always freaks me out. I'll send these your way. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Where are you running? Where are you
I wanna
running?
see 'em.
Yeah, stay right here. So I can relate, and now that's a little bit of a bougie example of trying to go to another city to see a football
I know,
game.
you poor thing.
I mean,
Your vacation to another city to watch football is very expensive.
Can I have a hug? I need a hug.
Oh my God.
But is there something you splurge on no matter what? Like, okay, I'm in trouble with my credit cards. I'm in trouble with everything. But I don't care. I need this. And if there's something out there, 312-591-8300 that you do just with that no matter what.
I splurge. I don't get to do tons of them, but I'm always going to splurge on my trips
Yeah.
or my vacations. Because in my opinion, you're already spending like luxury money, like unnecessary money, right?
Right.
I'm not going to go there and be like, well, I packed all the ham sandwiches for a week and like, no, we're here. I want to enjoy it. Like what you're already trust me, like Disney or whatever you're taking your family to, it's already super expensive.
Right.
Like you're not like, this isn't going to be like, well, now that's a super affordable trip. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I just want to enjoy it. I want to spend that time because most of the time we are budgeting. I buy my orange juice based, which one's on sale and eggs and, I spend my time doing that. I go to more than one grocery store so I can get the best prices for things. Like Aldi always has these and that's a better deal. So I'll go get that and then I'll jump over to Meijer or Jewel's or whatever. So I spend all my time doing that and I'm not going to do it on vacations. I want to feel like I have a luxury experience. And if that means I only get to go every other year to save up, I would rather do that. You know?
It is weird if you ever travel with people or you're out there and then they say, well, let's not do that. It's too expensive. Well, you already got there. So why not? What's another couple $100 at this point?
You spent all this money on the trip.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, let's sit in the hotel because everything costs money. Experience it. And then I tried to, I saved up for those moments. I still budgeted by making sure I knew what I was getting myself into and how long I had to save for that vacation.
Yeah.
Like, I know I have a plan for when I get there, but enjoy it when you're there because it's a lot more expensive to replan the trip so you can do that thing again.
Yeah. You're already, exactly. But I'm curious what you guys splurge on for something that you just.
Someone said they splurge on Twisted Christmas.
Oh, there you go.
Love it.
Well, I know a lot of our listeners do, and I'm not just, blowing smoke, as we learned what that was actually last week. But, music and live experiences, I see our crew members out there going to more shows than me at this point. And that's what, we've already read that stat too. Another fact that going to live concerts once every 2 weeks can add 9 years to your life just because of your happiness, your connectivity with other people that like what you like. So you got to live, and we're all going to die in debt anyway. So whatever, right?
Jesus, that was... Everything else is really positive.
I'm sorry.
Good Lord.
There's a fact, too.
And there's the real Brian. Look at him.
Yeah, there we go.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And listen, give us a highlight of your weekend. 312-591-8300. Something that you did over the weekend you want to talk about. And let somebody know. Maybe you haven't a chance to tell anybody yet. I mean, it's 6:41. There's a lot of traffic out there. I mean, what's going on in your life? What happened? What happened with you, Kenzie? Anything fun? A good highlight of the weekend?
Oh, my God. I actually had one of the best weekends I've ever had in my life. Mm-hmm. It was so cool.
That's a big statement.
It really is. So I came home Friday from work, and my son and my husband surprised me with a big bouquet of flowers and a really cute card for Sweetest Day. And my son draws all his cards. So he drew this. He drew two really great pictures as if the baby was already here.
Oh,
like him. He's so excited for his brother, and it was just the cutest card in the entire world. Also, the baby was bigger than him, and I'm like, good Lord, I hope not. It's gonna be bad. It was just very cute. Off. And then I had to go to my doctor and do the glucose test that day. Now, when you're pregnant, the glucose test is a big water-sized bottle of sugary sludge that you have to drink within 5 minutes and then wait an hour and then pass a blood test. And if you fail it, there's a 3-hour test you have to take. And if you fail that, I forget how many chances you 100% get, but if you keep failing it, you get to a point where you have to prick your finger before you eat every single time.
Good Lord.
That happened to my sister-in-law. Both pregnancies, she had to stab her fingers every time. She was so frustrated. Her hands hurt. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't want this to happen to me. So I passed my test and I was so excited that I have to do the 3-hour version and be at the hospital all evening, right?
Yeah.
So then I get home and my husband walks in before me and I'm like taking my shoes off. And I'm just talking about what we're going to do for dinner. And I turn the corner and scream bloody murder because my parents are sitting in my house.
Oh, I thought someone was robbing the house.
I know. So did I. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they surprised me. They drove up and I'm super close with my parents. And especially when you're a pregnant female, you just want to be around your mom.
Yeah.
A lot. So then an awesome weekend with them. And my husband still got me another Sweetest Day present. It was really cute. It was very cute.
That's so nice. That's a good weekend.
I have had a couple hard weeks in a row. Well, we've been working a lot on weekends. My husband and I have had a charity event. I want to say 3 or 4 weekends in a row. We've been hosting charity events, driving back and forth from downtown to Elgin and back and forth. And I've been really depleted. And it was such a refreshing weekend where I felt like everything actually went well. And it was so cool. And I'm a loser. My biggest surprise is like my parents showing up. Like,
I saw
that's
you,
it for me.
We sent emails to each other over the weekend. You said you feel like a loser because you spent time with your parents and get surprised instead of friends surprising you or whatever.
Yeah.
No, but no, listen, I don't know if I want friends surprising me. But parents, that's really nice. That's a good thing.
Seriously, there's nobody like I'm more comfortable with. And I'm lucky. I think that there's people out there who end up with friends who feel like family, and a lot of them don't have close family.
That's true.
There's people out there with really close family, and then I still have good friends, but it's like I'm not like, well, I'm celebrating Christmas with them instead of my parents. So, your life supplements what you need for sure. And I've always just been I had very mean girls in high school and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, it just brought me like closer to my parents. And it's so funny because I always see these TikToks and like girls get engaged and stuff, and then their husbands flew out their bestie to like be part of the engagement.
Yeah.
My mom came out to my engagement like that's
okay.
not friends.
Listen,
I'm just such a nerd like that. It's so embarrassing.
Here's the problem with
whatever.
that. I've tried to do that with Megan a couple times, and even though I know her best friends, I sometimes feel like I'm going to invite the wrong person. When I did for her 40th birthday a couple years ago, I got a boat. I rented a boat, and I could not figure out who to invite. It was so stressful because we were in the playpen. I got a boat ride for a couple hours, and it was amazing. But I had to bring her in on it because I was afraid I'd invite the wrong person from out of town to come in and it'd ruin the whole thing.
Right, like she's like, oh, she's actually been really bitchy lately.
Yes, exactly.
I forgot to update you
and
on
I'm like,
that.
oh, it's hard. It's hard for the guy to do that for their special someone sometimes. And Megan says, just go surprise me. It'll be fine. And I'll be happy with the surprise. But I kept my OCD kicked in, and I'm like, what if I invite that person that's, like you said, now a bitch? I don't know.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to keep track?
Because I don't update my husband on every single friend that
exactly.
is like, oh, she's been a button pusher lately. And then it's like, oh, good, you're going to be here for a week during my special moment.
And they're staying with us, too. It's going to be great.
Oh, my God. Great.
Yuck. Well, you guys checking in with your weekend highlights. Trucker Mike, my weekend, 10-hour drive to Ohio to get a new dog. Aw. Trucker Mike sent the picture of the dog, too. It's one of those brown, white, and black big dogs. What are they called? Crap.
Not a Newfie. Is it
Not
a Newfie?
Not a Newfie. There's a name for him. I can't remember.
St. Bernard?
No.
Right? That's a dog. Like
Is
that Beethoven?
Beethoven's
Isn't Beethoven St. Bernard?
Yeah, I think Kenzie's right.
I know, but that's not the dog we're thinking of. You know that brown, big, they're black, and then they have a brown nose and a white.
A collie? A border collie?
No. God, what is that?
You don't
Throwing
have
options at
anything
you.
to offer, Brian? 'Cause I'm throwing out breeds like they're bands over here.
I'm just
You
trying.
got nothing.
As soon as someone says it, I'll know it. As soon as
That's helpful.
They're brown
This is a fun
feet.
game. There's like 4,000 types of dogs.
I know. They have brown, they're big. They have brown feet. And
They're big
and they have
and
a
they're
white-
a very normal color.
they have a white nose, and they're black. And
There's
they're big.
nothing
white
distinct
nose?
about them.
No, that's big. They're all the same color.
I'm
They're
sorry. Flag on the play. There's no way in the world that dog has a white nose.
Oh.
He has a white nose?
Got it. Burmese mountain dog.
Bernese mountain dog.
A Bernese mountain dog. Yeah, Bernese mountain dog.
Okay,
See,
you didn't get it. 630 got it. You're stealing their answer. You're copying their homework.
I was with it at the same time. We got it at the same time.
You did not get it at the same. You threw out 0 dog breeds. not one of them.
A Yorkie, a Doodle. No, that's what it is. The Bernese mountain dog. It looks really pretty.
I like those.
Those are so cool. A lot of people checking in with their weekend highlights of going on
Now
there.
more people are checking in with dog guesses, though, so good luck finding
Yeah.
anybody's weekend highlight. I got to respond to 800 people who wrote the word mastiff.
All right, it's not a polar bear, Ernie. God.
Well, you said a white nose. I don't even think polar bears have a white nose. Who has a white nose?
Not the nose itself. The hair around the nose is white.
It's jowls? What do you want? Like it's muzzle?
Yeah, it's jowls.
Oh, my
All
God.
right. Go get yourself a Bernese mountain dog today. It'd be nice. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Keep checking in with your highlights of the weekend.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Talk about the highlights of your weekend. Dodger Boy checked in. Highlights of the weekend. Seeing the President's Own Marine Band concert Saturday at Symphony Center. And then he was supposed to see Jim Jeffries Saturday night. That won through Brian and Kenzie on Q101, but just too wiped out from everything, so able to give them to a friend that went to the show and used tickets. Love that when you share tickets. There's nothing better than somebody saying, like, I got tickets for this thing. You want them? And then you're kind of like, how much you want for them? And then they go, no, you can have them. It's free. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
It's like, that's the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
You know?
Where you always got a nose around that. You're like, what kind of offer is this?
Yeah. You kind of
Yeah.
go like, so, yeah, I kind of want them, but what do you want for them?
I got to check. That's when you go, let me check like with my significant other and see for free, but how much are they? That's what you have to like
Oh,
put in and
yeah.
out. Yeah, in case they say they cost money.
And then you go like, oh, damn, she's busy. We can't go. Sorry.
I wish that's a great deal, though.
I don't have $700 to give you for these tickets that you want to get rid of them. Well, coming up here, listen, the 7 a.m. hour in 10 minutes, we're going to do Know the Show from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. So here's how it works. We have tickets for the 1975 at Allstate Arena, and you will meet them. You will meet the 1975. So all you do is just sit back and do what you usually do. You listen to the 7 o'clock hour. So we're going to do sports right at the top of 7, and we'll do, of course, Clash with Kenzie and a few other things. So at 8, we'll ask you 3 questions about what was said during that hour. And if you can answer all 3 questions, first person through gets the tickets, and we'll get to meet the 1975. 7 a.m. to 8, the Know the Show hour.
I didn't know it came with a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
How about that?
You want to hear something kind of stupid, just slightly adjacent?
I love that. Go ahead.
When I worked at a different radio station in Florida, I was making I make all the little flyers, like even for us.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I post about what we're giving away.
Yep.
And I didn't realize because nobody told me I was spelling greet like great. So I kept calling it a meet and greet on all of our flyers. And nobody said anything until after the show. I'm like, I've been posting this for 2 months. And nobody thought it'd be a good idea to point that out to me.
Come over to the meet and greet.
Because I was so nervous to add an A to meet, and it made it the other meet.
Ah.
And I forgot about great.
No, would have been better maybe to spell the meat like meat, M-E-A-T, and
I was
greet.
like, well, that's inappropriate because it was a rapper, and that would have just sounded like,
Ew. The meat and great.
Yeah, I know. It sucked.
Here's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Now Meryl Streep has admitted that she and her husband have been separated for 6 years. And just like that, G.I. Jane 2 found its drill sergeant. Killers of the Flower Moon made $23 million over the weekend. Leonardo DiCaprio wears fake teeth in it. But what makes him really unrecognizable in it is the fact that he's with a woman in her 30s. Astronomers have detected a radio signal that took 8 billion years to reach Earth. It's a recording of the last time Howard Stern was funny. And Cher's new Christmas album is out. The cool thing is that it's available on the same kind of vinyl used in Cher's cheekbones. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.